Hello guys, and welcome to Unmasked by Tech Wisdom, where we unlearn, relearn, and become. Today's episode is so fantastic. The reason why I said it's so fantastic is that it's one of these few episodes I'm going to ever make on this podcast that is going to be so direct and cut across almost everyone's life. And today's episode's title is Knowledge is Your Bondage. Because every one of us happens to be using the knowledge, which is our bondage, to try to escape the bondage knowledge has created for us. You may not understand now, but if you are patient enough, like I always say, you will understand why I say knowledge is your bondage. Not only you, every one of us. What is knowledge? Knowledge is just the content of the mind. Everything that happens to be in your mind are knowledge. So, how do we come about this every now and then? Knowledge are developed from thoughts. All knowledges, they are developed from thoughts. And how do we come about our thoughts? Thoughts are developed from words. From just words. Those are the content of thoughts. Even when you are thinking, you are still using words. Yeah. And how do we come about words? Words are just sound, noises that we agree meaning to. The individual words, combination of words, they don't have any meaning aside from the meaning we assign to them. So, when you look at from sound to word, from word to thought, from thought to knowledge, from knowledge to mind, you will see that the base, the foundation of our mind is agreement. They are not reality. We just agree on them. Now, why is it that all this knowledge are now our bondage? If you remove the knowledge you have about anything, sincerely, there will be no any reason for stress, for fear, for sadness. If you remove the knowledge, it is only the knowledge we have about something, the memory we have about something that makes us to fear that thing, that makes that thing to cause us stress, that makes that thing to cause us sadness. Sincerely. If you can successfully filter out the knowledge you have about things and deal with them in the present, you will see how pain, suffering, sadness, stress, all these things are going to be dissolved. I'm not saying we are not going to be experiencing unwanted things. Yes, there are things we don't want that will definitely happen. But with the understanding of the fact that we wanting something and we not wanting something is as a result of the knowledge we have about those things. Having this understanding will let us know that all these things are not absolute. They are not reality. They are reality we assign to them. As far as I'm concerned, there is only one reality. The main absolute reality is unknowable, is unnameable. But there is only one reality that at least we can relate with, and that is death. The death of this body is the only reality. Every other thing are mental constructs. The reason why I said death is the only reality is that it is the absolute thing that is going to happen to this body, that nobody can escape it. Every other thing in life, some people can do without them. We used to say sex is our innate drive. But when I explore it further, I discovered that even sex, the way we react to sex, the way we think it is innate to us, that is fine. The biological system of our body has a part to play in it, but it is not absolute. Some people can do without sex, and anything some people can do without, it is no longer absolute. But nobody can do without death. That is why I consider it as the only absolute reality. Now, the knowledge of this is going to do two things for you. The first thing is that knowing that everything I know, everything I'm pursuing, everything I think I lack is based on agreement. That we people agree that, okay, this should be what we should consider comfort. This should be what we should consider suffering. This should be what we should consider success. This should be what we should consider failure. So, in as much it is just agree, you can remove yourself from that agreement. The second thing this will do for you is that it will enable you to detach yourself from your knowledge, from all the knowledge you have accumulated. It is our attachment with most of all this knowledge we have accumulated that makes it so difficult for us to make changes, makes it so difficult for us to live without being stressed. Any word, any action that makes you angry, that makes you happy, that makes you want to kill someone, is because of the knowledge you have about that action. Let's take for instance, if you happens to be in a community where everybody grow up to know that, okay, nobody has, it is open marriage, nobody has their own wife, everybody can fuck anybody, you can never be angry. If people are not fucking your wife, you may feel, if people are not fucking the person that you are so close with in that community, you will be sad that people are ignoring her. Or if you have sister that nobody is coming to. If it is agreed in that community that the more people are coming to fuck you, the more value you have. If it is like that, if you grow up in a community like that, you will be so angry if nobody touches your sister or your mom. Compare it with what is happening in most society today. So, anything that we label as bad or as good are all mind constructs, not reality. So, everything you've been suffering about, the lack, the things you lack, the things you don't have, that you are so stressed, that you feel like your life has ended, that you are lacking behind, that everybody has gone, everybody has made it, all your mates have made it, is because you were taught to react like that. Your mind has been conditioned to react like that. And you've not taken your time to question that reality. That is it true? There are millions of ways of life because there are millions of words. WORLD. I have my word, you have your word. The same way with everybody. Because your word is based on your point of view. Your point of view is based on the environment you grow in. The environment you grow in point of view depends on the conditioning, the mind conditioning of that environment, the culture. Like I said in my last episode, all cultures are mind conditioning, mind programming. So they are not absolute. They are not reality. You being sad that you don't have a particular thing, or you being sad about the loss of thing, is because of the knowledge you have about that thing. Remove the knowledge you have about that thing, and you will see that it is meaningless. It is meaningless. At the end of the day, there is nothing that has meaning in this existence. That is it. At the end of the day, there is nothing. Your fear about death is because of the knowledge you have about death. You've not taken your time to see that this death I'm scared of. Am I going to know when I'm dead? You cannot know when you are dead. But we've been conditioned. We've accumulated this knowledge about death like when we are dead, we will know when we are being buried. As if we will know that we are inside the coffin. No. Once this system is off, you don't know anything again. You are back to how you were before you were born. Nothing. As you are now, do you know when you were not alive? Do you know what happens before you were born? Aside from maybe the things you saw on TV, the things the people say that happened so year, before the day you were born, even the first few years of your existence, do you know what happened? You don't know. The same way you can never know what will happen after your death. So, if you can't know what will happen after your death, why being scared of death? This is because of the accumulated knowledge that, okay, when you die, you are going to lose something. And the same thing with the accumulation knowledge you've had about life, that when you are alive, you are going to gain something. There is nothing to gain, my brothers and sisters, and there is nothing to lose when you die. The only people that may feel lost are the people that you are going to leave behind. The same thing with how we used to feel about our kids. That I need to do this for my kids. I need to leave legacy for them. I need to do this. I need to do that. You don't need to do anything. You can. Anything that requires a lot of effort will definitely put you in bondage. This existence just need very minute effort to make things happen. You cannot force things. The more you try to force things, the harder it becomes to achieve. It's like when you are learning swimming. The more you want to force it, based on the knowledge you've had about water, that water used to drown people. You understand? The knowledge about water that, this water used to drown people, this water has drowned someone like this water, this. Immediately, you bring in that knowledge to when you are swimming or when you are learning to swim, you will get it wrong. When you are fighting against water, it's going to drown you. Sincerely. But when you trust water and relax yourself, the water is going to support you and you are going to float. It is exactly with every other thing. When you take anything in this life so hard, when you fight a system, when you fight the animalistic nature of yourself, you are fighting a lost battle. You can never win. When you submit yourself to existence, when you flow with existence, when you accept anything that happens to you, either good or bad, when you accept it, you are going to enjoy life. Sincerely. We want to design what we experience. We want to experience a particular thing without experiencing the other. It's not possible. There won't be day without night. You can never know what is good without some things bad. It's just like when you are running. When you are running and you are going downhill, know that very soon you are going to meet up. You cannot, the more down the hill is, the lower it is, the higher the hill you are going to climb back. It's just like drugs. When you are on drugs, the happier you are, the intensity of that energy when you are high, the harder the fall the second day. It's like that. The intensity of when you enjoy alcohol, the harder the hangover the second day. So you cannot want something and decide that, okay, I don't want the second thing. There are many things you've achieved in life. There are many things that you love that you've achieved in life that are beyond your mind, that you know you don't merit it. You know, wow, and you are happy. But there are things you think you merit that wouldn't happen. So it is your obsession with loss that make you to be stuck with loss. When we think there is only one time opportunity loss can never be regained. They are mind constructs to make us to put ourselves in unnecessary stress. There are countless unlimited opportunities in this existence. If you are not obsessed with one loss, you are going to experience a lot of many opportunities. But when you are obsessed with one loss, you will be stuck with that loss, and many opportunities will be passing by. You will not be able to see them. Let me give us another example how our body of knowledge is putting us in bondage. You see a girl or you see a man that you feel attracted to. You feel so attracted to this person. But you now bring in the knowledge you've had about social etiquette, how to approach a girl, you're supposed to dress well, or a girl should not ask a man out. Then you keep short. Why? It's just mental constructs. Go for anything you like. And whatever the outcome, accept it gladly. Accept it willingly. Life will be so sweet. I am doing this. I'm not saying this because I read it somewhere. It is what I have internalized. It is what I am living. And my life has been so better. Let me tell you for a fact, since I've started hustling, since I've started doing things to get my money in the recent year, this year, since I started to take, this year happened to be the year I have less money in my life. And this year happens to be the year I am more happier, I am more stress-free, I am more present. Because lack and Abundance is just in your head. You can enjoy any situation you have based on the interpretation you give the situation. Not the situation doesn't define anything. The situation doesn't make us happy or sad. It is just our definition. Because the same situation you have that you don't like is the same situation some people are that they flourish. Can you believe that many rich kids, many rich guys, many rich people, they long to be in trenches. They long to be in the ghetto, in the slum. There are rich kids that will run away from mansion, from their father's mansion, that will leave everything behind and go to live in the trenches. Change their line. The parent will come again, pick them. They will still come back. The situation in some family has forced the parent to go and renovate some trenches. So, it's not about your circumstances. It's about how you relate with them. So now, can you now see that all knowledge are based on agreement, and all agreements are false? We just agree that, okay, let it be like this. They are not absolute. So if they are not absolute, and knowledge happens to be the content of your mind is false. My mind is false. It's like that. So you don't need to bother yourself with it. You don't need to be scared of anything. You cannot lose anything in this existence. You cannot gain anything in this existence except illusion. This is how I'm going to end today's podcast. I hope this will help you the way it's helping me every day.